Sang my first show tune when I was just 3. My mother knew I'd go far. I've been a show queen since way before Glee. Now I'm a Broadway star. Well, not exactly, but my friend has a friend who knows Idina Menzel.
Well, you know, I mean, sort of.
So things are happening, you'll see. But till my ship comes in, I've got a lot to tell you. Let's start chewing the scenery with... Welcome to Chewing the Scenery with... me.
Turn off your cell phones.
Welcome to this edition of CTS News. I'm Randy Rainbow. We begin today with breaking news. As of 3 days ago, Sutton Foster follows me on Twitter! So, that was from my ex-boyfriend. And in other CTS news, it looks like everything won't be coming up roses on Broadway in 2017. The acclaimed West End revival of Gypsy, starring Imelda Staunton, which has been eyeing a transfer, will not bow on Broadway next year as was originally reported. While there is now talk of a 2018 revival, the production has been held back indefinitely following the news that Staunton may instead headline a London production of Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, and multiple death threats received by Staunton signed in blood by Patti LuPone. That last part wasn't confirmed, but you know, probably. And Jonathan Groff is one busy boy. In addition to being the wallpaper on every single one of my Apple devices, he also recently reprised his role as King George in Hamilton for the filming of the show, and is now making the rounds promoting the series finale of HBO's Looking. This special 2-hour event will premiere on July 23rd, and according to Groff, contains some of the most intense sex scenes he's ever been a part of. Well, why don't you return my calls, Jonathan? You ain't seen nothing yet. I'm just kidding, I'm impotent. Now let's get a look at the weather with Randy. Randy?
It's hot.
Thanks, Randy. And here's an idea that really sucks. The New York Post has recently reported that a new musical adaptation of HBO's supernatural hit True Blood is in the early stages of development and is currently being workshopped, because we all know how well-received musicals about vampires are on Broadway. Hey-ho! An industry reading of The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, featuring Jennifer Holliday, Christopher Sieber, and Kristen Chenoweth in the lead role, recently took place in New York. The show, which was last produced on Broadway in 1978 when it became the longest-running musical ever to play the Richard Rodgers Theater until You Know Who, was originally planning a return in 2015. Could this latest development mean a Broadway revival and the highly anticipated return of Kristen Chenoweth? I don't know. And speaking of a hard candy Christmas in July, one of Broadway's favorite bombshells, Megan Hilty, has just recorded a Christmas album, which is set to be released this holiday season. Yes. As was previously reported, Hamilton stars Leslie Odom Jr., winner of this year's Best Actor in a Musical Tony, and Lin-Manuel Miranda, winner of just Life, will depart the groundbreaking musical on July 9th. Both stars have recently stated publicly, however, that they would certainly be open to the idea of returning to their respective roles somewhere down the road.
Oh, that's sweet.
And that's all for this edition of CTS News. I'm Randy Rainbow, and Sutton Foster follows me on Twitter. Bye.